my name's Becky and welcome to Flosstube number 2. I am Becky B Crafty here on YouTube and over on Instagram. I just want to start by saying thank you so much to everybody, well, to all my subscribers, new subscribers, to everyone that watched, liked, commented or shared my first video, my finish parade and my whip parade. So thank you so much. Looking back at that feedback that I got from people, quite a few people said that they would really like a kitted up and kit parade, which is what today's video is going to be. So, little drink already. It's still a little bit too hot. I've got my Home is Where the Hive Is bee mug, and today I have got a lovely raspberry and blackberry infusion tea. It is Tuesday the 16th of September, and this is a bit strange for me because I am actually at home during the daytime filming this. If you watch my first video, you'll know that I work in a primary school as a teaching assistant, so I am not normally home during the day. But if you follow me on Instagram, you will probably know that I had a bit of an accident on Friday last week. I had a bit of a fall at school in the afternoon. I stood on a big thick wooden door wedge that I didn't know was there in the middle of the floor. My ankle kind of went that way, then it went that way, then it went that way again, and then I ended up on my hands and knees on the floor. Yeah, not great. I went to hospital to get it checked out on Saturday morning. Nothing is broken, but I have damaged all the ligaments in my ankle. It's still very, very swollen. I've got a horrible big green bruise all over it now. It's still very painful to move and to walk on. So unfortunately, I'm having to have a few days off work just to rest it. That's what I was advised to do at the hospital. Not completely rest it, I know that, because then you'll start seizing up, but I'm interspersing getting up and wandering around the house a little bit and trying to keep moving with having it elevated and ice in it and trying to move it around a little bit to keep it going. But yeah, not my finest hour. I have done the same thing, not by falling over a door wedge, different incidents each time, to the same ankle about 4 or 5 times over quite a few years. So I was really, really upset at the time when it happened because I knew what was coming. The swelling, the bruising, the not being able to walk, the having to sit and rest, which I don't like doing. But at least it's given me plenty of cross stitch time, so not too bad, I suppose, not too bad. So today is going to be a kit and kitted up parade. So this is basically everything that I have got ready to start. So this lovely big bag here is all my kits, and there's a big box down there as well that I'm not going to pick up. The kit that's in a big box, and this pile here is all my stuff that is kitted up. So I'm going to start with these ones here. They are patterns that I've got either from books or paper patterns or digital patterns that I've got kitted up ready to start, which kitted up for me means I have got all the threads and I've got the fabric for it. Some of them do need embellishments and beads and things. I haven't necessarily got those straight away because I'm sure, as you know, it can be quite expensive. I'm not someone that has a full selection of DMC threads. I would love to have the full collection, but I haven't at the minute. I'm slowly working on that. So I have to buy, if it's something that's a paper pattern or a digital pattern, I have to buy the fabric, the threads and the embellishments, and it can get quite expensive. So for one of my projects, I've got the fabric and I've got all the threads. The embellishments like the metallic threads and the beads and things, I'm not going to need until the end when all the cross stitching is done anyway. So I will do all the cross stitching and then I will buy all the embellishments at a later date just to make it a little bit more purse friendly. So let's get in and get started. So the first kitted up project that I have got is from this book here, which is called Creepy Cross Stitch by Lindsay Swearingham, and the pattern is actually this illuminated gull that is on the front cover. It's so adorable. And my husband bought me this book for Christmas because he knows I like all things creepy and witchy and Halloweeny and horror things like that. So he bought me this book for Christmas, and the reason that I've decided to stitch this one first from this book, I do love this pattern, but I made a Shein order, and I saw this frame and I thought, oh, that's gorgeous, that'll be amazing for a cross stitch. Didn't check the size on it, and it's absolutely tiny. It's gorgeous with this black scroll work, but it's absolutely tiny. It holds a photo that is 2.5 by 1.75 inches. Yeah, I thought it was bigger than that. Really need to learn to read the description, don't I? But hopefully this little illuminated ghoul without the frame and the bits around the edging and some of this little pattern in the background will fit perfectly in that little frame. So I have got some black Ada 18 count, because obviously the bigger the count it is, the smaller it makes it. So black 18 count, and I'm actually going to stitch it in DMC fluorescence floss, which I've never used before. It's the light effects ones. So I was thinking about doing the ghost, obviously in the white light effects, and then the little bits that are in the background, I was thinking about maybe doing in the purple. I thought that would look really, really cute. I love purple anyway, and I thought it'd give it a little bit of contrast with the black fabric, the white ghost, and the black frame as well. So that is going to be a project that is going to be really, really, really quick and not going to take me long, but it's a new start and I'm trying not to start too much at the minute. So that is the first one, Illuminated Ghoul. Next up, and I've just realised I have put my fabric in the front of this ready so that you can't actually see the pattern, is A Year in the Woods Part 2, and this is pattern number 2, I believe it was, which is the Sugar Glider. And he's so cute. I love this one. The Sugar Glider was actually the one that made me start collecting the A Year in the Woods Part 2 patterns. So I absolutely fell in love with him. He's so cute with his big eyes. So I have got, just let me check my notes down here. I've not written it down, so well done, Beck. That was fantastic preparation. It is 40 count Zweigart Vintage Country Mocha. And I'm that prepared. I have already overlocked or serged the edges. So I'm planning on doing all of the A Year in the Woods Part 2 animals, and I'm going to do them all separately and all on 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. So that's the fabric for that. And then in the back of the pack, shake them all out, I have got all the threads ready, including the classic colourworks and Weeks dye works that are needed. The rest of them are the called for DMC. They're just beautiful colours. I love this classic colourworks chocolate cream pie. It's kind of like brownie, but it's almost if it's got like purpley streaks and things in it as well. It's really gorgeous. And then the Weeks dye works is grapevine, and again that's like a brownie, different shades of brown in it. They're not showing up very well. It's really bright in here, but they're not showing up very well on the camera. And then, as I say, the rest of them are just the called for DMC. So that is the Sugar Glider. I am going to pop everything back in the packets because I don't want a massive big calamity at the end when I've got to try and match everything back up together. So next item that is kitted up ready to start is Cottage Garden Samplings, A Year in the Woods Part 2, the Koala, which is the third pattern I believe in the series. And just look at his little face, his little eyes and his nose and his little smile. He's so cute. He's so cute. Love him. So we have got 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. Make sure it's the right way around. Same as the others. And then I'm calling this kitted up. You can see that I've got empty floss drops. So I have got the 2 classic colourworks that are needed. So this one is Plymouth Rock. That's a lovely bluey grey. And then this one is Thundercloud. I'm classing it as kitted up and ready because I have got all the called for DMCs. I've put the right amount of floss drops on. I just need to print myself off some little labels. What I have is I have a Cry-Cut Joy cutting machine. It's the teeny tiny little one. And when I need to label my floss drops, these are just wooden floss drops that I bought in a big bulk pack from Amazon. I print myself and cut myself the little label and stick it on there. So I'm counting it as kitted up. I have got all the DMC threads. I just haven't done the little labels and put them on the floss drops yet, but I'm still counting that as kitted up. So that is the koala. Get everything back in the bags because, as I say, I don't want to be having to try and match all this back up at the end. Next, we have got, oh, that's the wrong way around. There we go. We have got Bones, which is one of the Animal Crackers series by Stacey Nash. And it's this adorable little black cat with his little skull and his little fishies, little skeleton black cat. And I actually have a predominantly black, he's kind of black and white cat called Hamilton. He's fast asleep over there on his tower at the moment, but because I'm in the living room today, if he decides to make an appearance at some point, he might walk along the edge of the sofa to get onto the window ledge. So you might see him, you might not. But this is Bones. And he is going to be stitched on, let me check my notes, 36 count Edinburgh linen in granite. And I've just realised when I've got this out, I haven't serged the edges yet. Shock horror. So that is the exact same fabric that I did Dr. Raven on, that I showed off in my finish parade. Oops, seem to have got a needle minder and a needle stuck to my floss ring. Believe this is a Boo Bee from Crafty Smith, I think it was. And I think that's just popped off the fabric. So let's put that back on, because when I'm kitting up, I also like to put a needle minder if I can, and the correct size needle on, so that if I think, oh yeah, I'm going to grab that and get it started, everything's in there ready. So these are all the called for colours for Bones, and they are all weeks dye work. So we've got linen, we've got Garrison green. Obviously, as you probably tell from the pattern, there aren't many colours used in this one. We've got Lancaster red, which is that really bright red. We have got marmalade, lovely variegated orange. We have got mascara. Oh, and I've got 2 mascara on there. I think I had some mascara left over from when I did Dr. Raven, so I've just popped it on there to use that before the brand new scheme. But yeah, they are both mascara because there is a lot of black in Bones, as you could see. So that one is Bones by Stacey Nash. I have made myself a working copy of the pattern as well. I've got a printer scanner photocopier. So when it's a paper pattern, I will photocopy the pattern and do myself a working copy so that I don't ruin the original pattern. Next up, this one will need a picture of what it is going to look like. So I will put that in here. Because if you've watched my first video, I did a lot of chat in my first video about, oh, I'm going to insert a picture here. Didn't actually know if I could insert pictures. Turns out I can insert pictures, and I managed it. It did take me all night to edit that video and to insert the pictures, but I figured out how to do it. So I was very pleased with myself. So this is Halloween Quaker by Co-Lipe Stitching on Etsy. And let me open this up because I have got a needle minder. I've actually done, in fact, no, I haven't even done one full stitch. I think I put my needle in and I put where I needed to start in the corner so that I could get started as quickly as possible. Needle minder, I love scary movies, with a little popcorn bucket with some eyeballs and a finger in it. Can't remember who that was from and I've not written it down. It might have been Don't Step on Your Needle, but I'm not sure. And this fabric is a piece of 18 count fabric that I dyed myself. So it's blowing out a little bit. Let's move it a little bit back. It's more orange than it's looking. This bit here is coming out right, so it's orange, but then I dyed it with some dark grey as well because I wanted it to be like a moody, dark, misty Halloween orange colour. And that is going to be stitched all in black using DMC 310, which I've got a lot of on a floss drop, just a normal plastic floss drop here. So that is Halloween Quaker. Next one is also going to need a picture, which I will insert here. Now I know how to do that. And this is Artemis. This is living in a little purple spooky skull project bag by Michelle of Stitch Mania Stash. So Michelle, you can tell your husband that I'm mentioning you again, that you've got even more of my money. So this is Artemis by Quaternion Creations. Again, I have put my needle in at the right place so I know where I'm starting. Needle minder is a little pastel purple Game Boy that says game over. Again, I can't remember where the needle minder was from. I forgot to check this time. And this fabric is again a piece of fabric that's dyed by me. It is 18 count. So I dyed it with blue Rit dye and then put some grey in with the blue Rit dye. And if you watched my first video, my whip parade and my finish parade, I actually had a finished Athena by Quaternion Creations, and this is the exact same fabric. So this is going to go with Athena, which is part of the reason why Athena's not been finished off in a frame yet, because I'm waiting until I've done Artemis and then I can get 2 frames at the same time and do them both together. And I am going to be stitching this in this gorgeous DMC Coloris, I believe that's what it's called, 4521. And as Artemis is like the goddess of the hunt, I chose this one because it's got all the browns and yellows and greens. It's kind of really earthy and foresty. I thought that was a really good colour for Artemis. So that is Artemis by Quaternion Creations. Next one is going to need another picture. This is Cornflower Bee. So I'll pop a picture in there. And this is another pattern from Etsy. This is by the Little Stitcher Shop. And this is going to be stitched on 32 count Belfast Vintage Country Mocha. Again, I've already serged the edges. And I've got all the called for DMCs ready. As you will know from my channel name and from me mentioning last time, I love bees because my initials are BB. So I love bees. And this cornflower bee, I am actually planning on stitching, making into a little pillow with some matching blue bobble trim around the edges. Then I have got some gorgeous wooden hexagons that I bought in a set from Hobbycraft, and I am hoping that they are about the right size. I can store the little pillows and display them in the little wooden hexagons and kind of make a little display out of them. That's my idea anyway. Whether I actually get around to it or not is a different matter. But I'm very proud of this. I actually made my own floss drops. I love them. So I got this gorgeous paper pad. They're all the same pattern. I got this gorgeous paper pad. I believe it was from The Works, which is a UK store. And again, on my Cricut Joy cutting machine, I cut out, they're double-sided. I cut out the floss drop shape twice, glued them together so that they were a little bit thicker and a little bit more sturdy. And then the lettering, or the numbers, should I say, they're not letters. The numbers for the DMC numbers are actually gold permanent vinyl that I cut out on my Cricut as well. So I was really, really pleased with those. Really pleased with those little floss drops. So that is Cornflower Bee by Little Stitcher Shop. I'm just kind of chucking all these. I know you'll be able to see them. I'm just kind of throwing them all on the sofa at the side, and I'll tidy them all up after. Next up, this is gorgeous, this pattern. This is Aquila, Queen of the Skies by Bella Filipina. I know we're getting a bit of a glare from the packet, but I don't want to rustle by taking it out. Let me just come out of shot, and then it might focus on her a little bit better. But she is absolutely gorgeous. I wanted to do, when I discovered Bella Filipina, I wanted to do a Bella Filipina pattern, and it literally took me weeks to decide which one I wanted to do. Sorry, I'm just stretching my leg out a little bit because my ankle's hurting. It took me ages to decide which one I actually wanted to do, and then I decided on Aquila, just because the colours in there are just amazing. I love the wings down here, and the little mandala circles in the background. It's just gorgeous. Then after I bought the pattern, it took me months again to decide on the fabric, and I am going to rustle and take this out of the packet, so I do apologise. I need to be able to show you the whole piece of fabric. So this is from Flosstubers, whose, if you've not used Flosstubers or heard of them, their hand-dyed fabric is absolutely amazing. Really, really reasonably priced, and the colours are just gorgeous. If you remember from my Whip Parade and Finish Parade, I've got Blue Geisha by Jo and Elliot on a piece of, it is a whip on a piece of hand-dyed fabric by Flosstubers. Absolutely stunning. So this one is autumnal, and this is £32 Murano Lugana. And I'm going to open it out. Oh, look at that. And that is pretty much actually held back here. The colours, it might just be a tad darker, but the sun's really shining at the minute. I've closed one of my living room curtains, but the sun's shining through the other one. But it's kind of like this moody autumn sky. It's just gorgeous. I thought the colours in it would really, really well complement well the Aquila pattern. So if I just hold up the fabric with the pattern over the top of it, I think that will look absolutely stunning. Again, I'm classing this as kitted up. I have got all the threads for Aquila. I bought them with my birthday money this year, back in June, because I needed quite a lot of threads, because it does take quite a lot of colours. And as I've said, I haven't got a full set of DMC. So I bought all the threads, but I haven't sorted them all out onto bobbins yet. But I have got all the DMC threads for it. It does need Krynic, and it does need some beads. And this is the one that I haven't bought the Krynic and the beads for it yet, because it's going to take me ages to even get it started and get all the stitching done to the point where I need the metallic thread and the beads. So I will buy them at a later date. And for the kitted up actual patterns, this is the last one. So this is, just let me pop that out, so I've made a working copy of the pattern. This is The Most Wonderful Fright by Sue Hillis Designs. And it is just a really, really cute little Halloween pattern that says it's the most wonderful fright of the year. And it's got some really cute little Halloween motifs and things on there. So again, I've not got all the threads out and ready on floss drops, but I have got all the called for DMC for this. This pattern I actually got on the D-stash table, the freebie D-stash table. I didn't have to pay for it at the Floss Friends retreat that I went to back in April. I want to say April. I'm pretty sure it was April. So yeah, whoever left that on the freebie table at the April Floss Friends retreat, thank you, because I fell in love with it. And while I was at that same Floss Friends retreat, sorry, a bit more rustling, I need to take this out of the packet as well to be able to show you. I bought some fabric for it from Megan at Coffee Craft Fabrics. This is an opal linen, 32 count, 18 by 27, and Megan doesn't name her fabrics, but because it's an, oh, look at that sparkle, because the sun's shining on it. Look at that sparkle in it. It's like a purple sparkle. Just let me open it out and then I can show you the whole. A little bit creased, but I don't mind that. It actually matches my top. I would love a top made out of this. But yeah, that purple sparkle is just stunning. While I was at the retreat, I actually bought another piece of fabric from Megan as well. I haven't got anything in mind for that yet. I just knew that I needed it, basically. So that is all my kitted up. I'm just going to shove them. Unceremonious, I know. I'm just going to shove them all over there because now we will get on to the kits. So these are kits that I have bought that have got everything in them: threads, fabric, pattern. Oh, that tea is so nice. Taylor's Blackberry and Raspberry Infusion. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'll show this one first. This one was the one that's in the big box that's not in the bag. It's actually a cross-stitch cushion kit by Trimmits. And it's two little bees. It's B&B, just like me. And I bought this with my birthday money back in June. Saw it as I was just looking around on websites and absolutely fell in love with it. So on the back you can see everything that's included. So you get the floss, the fabric, and you actually get the cushion back. Obviously the pattern, and you actually get the cushion back as well. The only thing that you don't get is like a cushion insert for it, but they're easy enough and cheap enough to pick up. So yeah. Cushion kit by Trimmits. Right, these are not in any kind of order. I'm just going to start diving into this bag and pulling stuff out. So as you can see, there's quite a lot in here. If you've ever bought from Wool Warehouse, which is an online shop that are based in the UK, you can get your order sent in these gorgeous, really, really handy little mesh bags. I think this one, because it's so massive, I think it had the large nerd hoop in it when I ordered that from Wool Warehouse, but it's really, really good. They're really, really good for storing things in. So we will do this one first, which is in its own little bag. Look at that. It's so cute. And I wanted to get this kit out of the box, which is why it's in the bag it came with. And this is a Bothy Threads Rendale kit called Seasons Tweetings. And I actually bought it from the Bothy Threads website, and I bought the whole box. It was like came as like a special kit. So it's a little robin in a little flower pot. I'm not sure what these flowers are. I'm not big on flowers and gardening and things. I'm not great. So that came with the whole kit. So the fabric, the threads, and the pattern. There are all the threads on the floss card. I have to show you the fabric because it's a printed fabric with like this snowy scene in the background. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then it came with the needle and the matching needle minder. So there is the little Seasons Tweeting. Let me move out of the way. Seasons Tweeting needle minder. It actually came with a pair of scissors as well, but I've nixed a pair of scissors to put that in with another project. So that is Bothy Threads, Seasons Tweetings. What have we got next? It's another Bothy Threads. This is a newer one, you can tell because it's in the cardboard box, good for the environment, all recyclable packaging. This is Utterly Adorable, another Rendale design from Bothy Threads. And it's just these three little otters with the beautiful blue flowers. Again, this is a kit. It includes the fabric, the needle, called for threads, and the pattern. I do love Bothy Threads Rendale designs. I've only finished one of them, and one of them's in my whip pile, and then I've got quite a few more of these in my my kit pile as well. There we go. these are all just going to get dumped in a pile on there as well. Let me see if I can dig out the rest of the Bothy Threads ones while I'm at it. I've got quite a few of them. When I got back into cross stitching again a few years ago and I discovered Bothy Threads, I bought the Shall We Dance one, that's the 2 seahorses that's in my whip pile. I bought that one first, and then it was near, I can't remember if it was my birthday or Christmas, so I put quite a few of them on a wish list, and my husband bought me quite a few for either my birthday or Christmas. I was very lucky. And yeah, they're all still sat in my to-do pile. I will get around to doing them eventually. So this is another Bothy Threads Rendale one. This is Flight of the Bumblebee. Look at that huge bumblebee and those beautiful, I think they're tulips. Don't hold me to that. Again, pattern. Oops, let's cover that up a bit. Pattern. Lovely speckled fabric from Bothy Threads. Threads, needle minder. I actually have this again, not in a cross stitch kit, it's in the tapestry kit, because Bothy Threads do tapestry kits as well, where it's just like a half cross stitch on a big canvas with wool, like really thick tapestry wool. So I have actually got this Flight of the Bumblebee that I've started in a tapestry kit as well. Another one that I need to carry on with, because I think having the picture framed and up somewhere and the tapestry kit made into a cushion as well would be absolutely stunning. So that's that one. Next we've got another Bothy Threads Rendale kit. This is the Lookout, and I fell in love with this one. I just loved the owl, the detail on him, so the different shades in his wings here to bring out the detail in his wings. His beautiful face and eyes, that one's gorgeous. Again, full kit, all the gorgeous threads in there. Threads all sorted on the thread keeper, and then the lovely speckled fabric. And the next Bothy Threads one is Love is in the Hair. Again, I just thought they were so cute. I love the vibrant red poppies as well. And I've only just realised all 3 of these Bothy Threads have actually got red flowers in them. So they all kind of match each other, which is really good. I've not actually done that on purpose, but yeah, they are actually a really good match. So this one is Love is in the Hair. Again, pattern, lovely speckled Ada, threads all sorted on thread card, needle, everything there ready to get started. Oh, dive into the mystery bag and see what else we can find. Oh, this one is Be Happy. And this is our Do Crafts Simple Make Craft Kit. And this one I didn't actually buy. The Floss Friends retreat that I went to in April, I actually won a prize on the raffle. And it was one of the raffles where you don't get allocated a specific prize, you just get your number called and you just go up and choose a prize that's on the table. So of course I chose this. Full kit, it's got the threads, fabric, needle, pattern, it even comes with the hoop to display it in as well. And that's everything there on the side. Again, I think this will be one that will be a fairly quick stitch. Not a great amount of detail in it, so maybe that might have to be one that gets done fairly soon, because it'll be I did talk about in my first video about needing the gratification, the instant gratification of getting things done and finished. That's Be Happy. Oh, this one is one of my recent purchases. This is The Butterfly by Design Works. Just look at that butterfly. It's so stunning. I found this kit by accident because I was watching Kenny Stitches, who is an American Flosstuber, and he was showing off some new Design Works Halloween kits that he'd bought. And I was like, oh, they're nice, I really like them. So I went online, had a look for them, and as I was looking, I found this one as well. And the Halloween kits just went straight out of the window. I was like, I need this butterfly kit. The colours are just amazing, and the detail. So these leaves down here at the bottom, they're not just plain green leaves. The amount of detail in them It looks like the eyes on the butt. Oh, I just fell in love with it immediately. I've really been had to be very strict with myself not to start this immediately. I wanted to start it as soon as it arrived because it's just so stunning. I mean, you can see some of the colours on the back there. Just amazing. So yeah, that one might have to be a start soon. Haven't decided what I'm doing about Whip Go yet. A few people have given me a bit of advice, so thank you, especially Nicola, Running Stitcher on Instagram. Still haven't decided whether I'm just going to do Whip Go next year and put all of my big full coverage projects on it like 3 times each to get some work done on them, or whether I'm going to have a mass starting session and start lots of whips just so I can put them on Whip Go for next year. I will see how I feel nearer the time. If I'm going to do that option, this is going to be one of the ones that I start, definitely. I'm just holding it up because I just keep looking at it. It's just so beautiful. Love that one. Right, put it down, get another one out. Oh, this one's an interesting one as well. Has a bit of a story. This is Santa Muerte, and this is by Povitrulia. I really hope I'm saying that right. This is in a plastic box type kit, so this has got a really bad bit of glare on it, so I do apologise, but it's just like an octopus Cthulhu type thing going on here, and then the Day of the Dead sort of face with the skulls and the roses. Just gorgeous. Again, this is the full kit. So if you will remember, in my finish off and whip parade video, I showed the, what's it called, Death's Head Hawk Moth that I had finished, and I was saying that it was by Povitrulia, which is down here, and my husband bought it me for Christmas, the Death's Head Hawk Moth kit. And I was saying in the last video that when you finish one of their kits, if you upload a photo and review onto wherever you bought it from, they will send you a free kit. So this is the free kit that I got. So little did my husband know when he bought me that Death's Head Hawk Moth, it's a real mouthful that, Death's Head Hawk Moth kit, it was actually getting me 2 kits in one, because I actually requested this one for free and this came for free. And the Povitrulia store has some really lovely designs. I would definitely recommend checking them out. And with them being on Amazon as well, they are a little bit easier to get hold of, and they are a Ukrainian designer, I believe, so we all need to be supporting Ukrainian designers at the moment. But that is another one that I want to get started straight away. It's just beautiful. Next, oh, this is a teeny tiny one, and this is quite an old one actually. So this is Vervico. I've heard people pronounce it different ways. I say Vervico. Little Buddha bookmark kit, and it's actually a 2-in-1. I believe you've only got enough to make one of the bookmarks. So we've got the lilies and the stacked pebbles here, or we've got the Buddha and the little, I think it's a lily at the bottom. So it's the full kit with both patterns, but I think you've only actually, let me have a look, does it say? This cross stitch kit bookmarks, I'm not sure if you do actually get enough to do both of them. I'll tell you what, I'm going to open it, I'm going to have a look. No, there is only one piece of fabric in here, and I'm assuming the threads are common over both. So I don't know if there will be enough threads in there to actually do both kits. Without showing the pattern, I'm going to get this out and I'm going to have a little read and have a look and see if I can figure out. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, well, I've just told you a complete lie. It's not both patterns at all. It's one pattern. It's the Buddha one, which is fine. That's a little bit misleading. That is a little bit misleading, having both of those on the front. But no, it's actually just for the Buddha, which is fine because that's the one that I would have done anyway. So yeah, full kit, strip of fabric, pattern, threads, needle to make that lovely little bookmark. So that's that one. What have we got next? This is Llama by Karen Carter Collection. And this was actually a birthday gift from a couple of my lovely friends at work a couple of years ago, Jess and Katie. They know that I love llamas and alpacas, so they bought me this adorable little llama cross-stitch kit from Heritage Crafts. So he's so cute. I love the little cacti on his back as well. As you can probably see, that's very similar to my cacti I've got up here. Except mine hasn't got any flowers on it. So yeah, that's a llama. I'm going to leave those few for now. I'm going to do this one. Oh, we're nearly at the end actually. Not bad. So this is Fragile Miracles. Does it say who it's by? It's a Design Works. It's a Design Works kit. So as you can see, it's a beautiful dream catcher that says, "Never stop dreaming, for out of such fragile things come miracles." And again, pattern, fabric, threads. This was actually given to me by one of my lovely friends at work, Linda, so thank you, Linda. I can't remember if it was one of her sisters gave it to her to do, and she's not a crafter or a cross stitcher. So when I majorly got back into cross stitch this last year, she was thinking of me and she gave this to me. Beautiful. I love the colours as well, and I do love all the feathers and everything on dream catchers. So that is definitely one that I want to get done, started and done. So that might have to be another one that's started for my whip go if I decide to do that. That one. And the last three are kind of a bit of a set. So they are Dimensions Gold Petites. So this one is the Samurai. And these are on, 18 count ivory Ada. And let me open, in fact, I'll open this one up. So I'll show you them all first and then I'll explain what's going to happen with them. This one is Mai. Beautiful. And then this one is Elegant Geisha. So I just think if I can manage to hold them all up next to each other, I just think that they are beautiful all together. But these are quite old kits and I got them from eBay. And it was, which one hasn't got the threads in? It was this one. So, Elegant Geisha. When I got the fabric out for this one, you might be able to see, it's got a few little like dots. I don't know if it's got damp and it's a little bit of mould or something on it. So what I decided to do was get some fabric. See, another little wool warehouse bag here. Because I was actually going to start this one. I got some fabric. Oops, I'm all tangled up. It's just like a, I'm not sure if it's vintage country mocha or if it's just like a kind of mocha fabric. And no, please don't start shouting at me because I've left my needle in the middle. But I was actually going to start this. You can actually see the nudge hoop imprint on it. And I'd put my needle there so I knew where the middle was and I was going to start it, and I've just completely not started it. Forgotten the needle was in there. And then I've got my adorable little Spyro needle minder on this. I just have to show you the back of the needle minder. I think this was from Manda's Minders on Etsy, who's no longer selling, but it's just a little bit of like sparkly purple fabric on the back. So I've got this big piece of mocha fabric that I am going to stitch all of them on to replace the original fabric that's gone a bit mouldy in at least one of the kits. And the threads, you probably know this already, but the threads, oh my gosh, they're all tangled up. This is a disaster. The threads on Dimensions kit has come in these little cards like this. That I've got. I don't think they come with holes punched on the top. I think I punched the holes in the top. Have a look at one of the others. No, they don't come with the holes punched in the top. So I think I punched the holes along the top so that when I pull a thread out, I can attach it back into the little hole. Because obviously you can't, they're kind of stuck in there. But I think once you pull it out, that's it. I don't think you're getting it back in. So I punched little holes in the top so that I could thread them back on and know what colours they were, but it's got metallic in it. But the patterns and the threads are absolutely fine. It's just the fabrics that are a little bit dotty and a little bit mouldy. I mean, I could have tried to wash them, but when I saw that mocha fabric, I thought, ooh, that will look really, really nice. So I got a big piece, I've chopped it up, so I know that I have got enough to do all three. Let me hold them up again. All three of these beautiful Dimensions Gold Oriental kits on. And then I don't know if I'll frame them all together as like a triptych, or whether I'll frame them separately but then display them all together. I'm not sure yet. I've got to start them first, I suppose, haven't I? So that is it. That is everything I have got kitted up and all the kits I have got ready to start. Look at this carnage on the sofa. I've got to tidy all that up now with a dodgy ankle, which I haven't had elevated for the last 45 minutes while I've been filming this, but I will be elevating it as soon as I've finished. So before I sign off, my next video will probably be my end of September. I actually think then I nearly said August. No, we're not in August, otherwise I won't be at work anyway. End of September summary / wrap up, which is going to be what I've worked on, what I finished, what I've fully finished, anything that I've bought, plans, things like that. So that's probably going to be the next video, and that's probably going to be at the end of September, beginning of November. Because I thought doing it at the end of the month, I can note down in my little notebook then over the month everything that I've done, and then my notes are all there ready, and it's kind of a wrap up of my stitchy month. So I think all that leaves for now is for me to say thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. I hope you like everything that I've shown there. Might have inspired you, might have enabled you a little bit to think, oh yeah, I love that. I'm going to go and try and find that for myself. Hopefully some of these things will be getting into my whip pile at some point soon, and I will be starting some of those. Who knows though. But other than that, thank you very much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I am trying to reply. I need to get my teeth in. I need a drink. 45 minutes ago I made that. It's getting cold now. I need to drink it. I am trying to reply to everyone's comments, even if it's just with a thank you, just to be gracious. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will see you again next time. Till then, happy stitching. Enjoy whatever you're doing. Don't get worried and bogged down about, oh, I've got too many whips, I need to work on this, I need to work on that. Do what I do. Work on what makes you happy. Work on what you feel like at the time and what makes you happy. So until next time, bye everybody.